Here are the 4 biggest problems experienced by people first starting out with DTF. So in this video we're going to cover banding, grainy prints, white issues, and we're going to cover ICC profiles. Keep watching to find out. John Hutchison here, and this is DTF Secrets. Okay, so let's talk about banding. So what is banding? Basically, when you start printing, you see defined lines. That is banding, and it can happen in different colors. It's just not all the print. It might only happen in red or yellow or green or blue, but you're going to experience at one time or another. One of the things you can do in your printer settings, you can switch on what's called a color strip. Color strip will give you bands of color, and what you can do is while you're printing, you can keep an eye on that strip. And if you start to see lines, it means you're dropping nozzles, and it will tell you which head it's happening to. So it gives you an opportunity to actually fix that problem before it starts banding. Why do we get banding? Well, you get banding because your nozzles are getting blocked. What can you do to resolve that? Well, you can do more regular cleaning. You can do different cleaning cycles. So that's another thing you can do. So 2 solutions or liquid I use to help me with my nozzles. One is distilled water. What you can do with distilled water, you can soak your heads. You have cap stations, you can fill them up, put your heads home, it'll sit on the cap stations, and it can sit there for a period of time. You can then do a clean and see if it unclogs the nozzles. If it's a very bad clogged nozzle, you can then warm up the distilled water in a microwave, so it's just hot enough not to burn your finger. Same process, put it in the cap station, wait 10 to 15 minutes and repeat that cycle, and that works really well. You may have to do this 3 or 4 times, but it works, and that is why you're getting your banding, because you're essentially, your nozzles are starting to clog, and there are a couple of ways that you can actually address that. The second one is grainy prints. Some of your prints, in colors might start to look like sandpaper or orange peel kind of look, and that is really down to a few different things. If it's something that's just started, then you'll find again it's related to nozzles being blocked. Another thing that can cause that is your calibration has gone out. If you have calibration issues, you need to recalibrate to make sure they are perfect. Another thing you might experience is you might have a bad batch of film, and film, believe it or not, can cause graininess where there's imperfections in the coating on the film. So that is 3 areas where you can look at that will help you with grainy prints. Third one is white issues and white alignment. So if you're having problems with printing white, then your head could be clogged. Or it could be that your printer is struggling, maybe because it hasn't got a white ink circulation system, and a white ink circulation system just keeps the actual white ink moving around the printer and doesn't give it the opportunity to actually solidify where the pigment starts to settle actually in the ink. The other thing you may experience is white alignment, and then it's a huge problem I see people have. And the white alignment is basically you start to see a white outline around the actual artwork. That generally is down to your calibration going out again. One thing that many experiences they don't understand is the software is unstable and calibration can change, and you may have to calibrate several times a day. So there will be a calibration alignment issue, and then you learn how to adjust that and then pull in. One of the biggest tips I can give you with that is find a piece of artwork that gives you all the different kind of thin elements and kind of shapes like triangles and circles, and use that as a test print. You can look at it across the whole platform to see where it's out, and then based on that you can dial it in with the calibration. Also, your film could be moving too much as you're printing, and that's why your white alignment's going out. So make sure you see this other video, I'll put it in the description here, where I cover alignment problems experienced and how you fix that. The last one, the 4th one, colors are wrong. Generally your colors are coming from an ICC profile. An ICC profile is taking the actual image, is being ripped, it uses that color profile to try and transition that into a print file, and then it prints the colors like a CMYK. The biggest issue is that people have ICC profiles that have come from a different printer or come from a different manufacturer, and they're using that, and it's not ideal. Your colors will be wrong. The biggest thing that you need to really look at with ICC profiles, your ink in your printer and your film all together have to be profiled. So you have to make sure that the profile you create using a specific piece of software actually works for you. So that is 4 things now that really are the biggest problems people have, and some of the solutions to fix them. If you enjoyed this content and would love to see more, smash the subscribe button. I've also linked additional videos for you here.